All right. Let's just get up. All right. Should be good now. All right. So use the fourth should be good now. All right. So use the fourth should be good now. All right. So use the fourth should be good now. All right. So use the fourth should be good now. All right. So use the fourth should be good now. Is anyone on iRacing right now? Oh, a couple people. Oh, they're not save my X8s. All right, it is. All right. All right. So I think holy time should be aiming for is a 8:33. So let's hope that we can get that done. Just love. Yeah, it's love. There. Is that better? Yeah, it is. I need an actual mic. Okay. Is I overlay now? Oh, huh. Hold on. Here, let's just get I overlay. Okay. Sorry for the technical difficulties. We are experiencing a problem. Yeah, it's on. Here, do I have to like reset it up? It'd be really annoying. Ow. Got balls. Why? Why is it doing that? That's weird. Uh, hmm. Why are these windows? Oh my god, SOF is super low. It should be an easy dub as long as I keep it on track. Okay, let's see, does it work?
The leader has just done a 850.4.
Huh. It's not working. Really? You're joking? Why? Um, I don't know why I overlays on it. It's so weird. Oh, I guess no I overlay. Unfortunate. I mean, it's a raw dog with me. All right. Volley time. That better not be a full time. An 8-minute 50 better not be the full time. This car is so fat. Sorry if there's someone in chat. Can't really see. Corner is very low grip. Dear God. We're fine. Nothing happened. That was a huge screen freeze. Jesus. That was good. I think I just killed myself. This will be my one lap. I'll get another chance. If I mess this one up, but should be it. And what's full time? Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh. Oh, I shifted up. Shoot. That wasn't good at all. Mine bottom split. That would be crazy. That was bad. Okay, please don't actually tell me that there's GT3s doing 837s. Oh my dear God. What split am I in? An 850. How's it even possible? 880. Oh my dear God. I'll tell you, it'll be pole. Quite a lot. Also slow.
That's pole. We're running on fumes, mate. That puts you 12 seconds ahead of P2. That lap was at 8:38.1 seconds.
12 seconds is crazy. Let me try to short out. I overlay now. How is it even possible? Nothing. If I try deleting it. Come on, guys.
Okay, Lucas. 5 minutes to go. 5 minutes left.
Oh, I just have to freaking redo it all. There's Twitch chat. Okay. I got like 4 minutes to like redo everything, which is not fun. All right, what does it look like?
Bad luck, Lucas. Take your time. Start it back up and get back in the race. That's 2 minutes left. 2 minutes.
Okay. I'm getting somewhere. And I need track map. Oh. There we go. That's good. All right. All right, we're good now.
That's the end of the session. You're on pole. Well done.
You know, it'd be funny if I started with the GT3s. Oh, there were no GT4s. This could be the easiest dub. Oh, you know what I nearly forgot to do? There we go. Not more like everyone.
90 seconds.
Man, it looks cool.
60 seconds.
It's like the most ADHD shit I've ever seen.
The track temperature's decreasing. It's now 21 Celsius.
Do we do a
30
parade lap
seconds.
first and then race? That would be absolutely fucking hilarious.
What happened in
Watch this.
qualifying for the Mexico
10
City
seconds.
Grand Prix? Hello everybody
Okay,
and
Lucas.
welcome back
They should be okay.
to one
We're aiming for
podcast
around
with Matt
P3.
and
Pole
Thomas
position.
Ill Bellingham. That's
Oh,
correct.
so I'm
Tommy
like
is
the
ill
third
AF.
best driver.
So we're going to try and get through this podcast. Max didn't get pole position, spoiler alert, but that does not give you any extra energy.
Rolling start.
Tommy,
Get
but
ready.
it could
Follow
be
car
worse. He
number
could literally
35.
be
In the
in
left
18th
column.
like his teammate is. Tommy, how are you though still?
To put the two laps that
Oh,
are
shit.
so good and so far.
What happened in qualifying for the Mexico City Grand Prix?
Give me more.
Hello everybody and welcome back to the P1 podcast with Matt and Thomas ill Bellingham. That's correct. Tommy is ill AF. So we're going to try and get through this podcast. Max didn't get pole position, spoiler alert.
Catch
but
up to car
that does
number
not give you
35.
any extra energy, Tommy, but he could be worse. He could literally be in 18th like his teammate is. Tommy, how are you though?
Well,
still, all right?
Some people
I've been
don't know
but,
We got a smile out of
how
you.
to drive, I
That's a good
guess.
start.
It was a good quality, to be fair. So that's poked me up a bit.
It was an absolute worldly quality, to be fair to you. It was unexpected in 2 of the 3 sessions, I would say. So let's get straight into it before Tommy passes out. With Q1, where the 5 bottom drivers were Colapinto, Piastri, Perez, Ocon and Zhou. It was a very chaotic, unexpected Q1 session. For both, I would say that Perez, I did not expect him to go out in Q1. He wasn't looking great throughout the entirety of the weekend up until this point, but I had faith that he was going to pull through for my top 6
Well,
crazy
funny
position.
thing, stupid
Alas, he
idiot.
did not, and
I can do this.
qualified 18th. Gutting, really, actually, because I genuinely wanted Perez to have a great weekend in
Well,
what I can only
I guess
assume
because
is going to be his last Formula 1 weekend
P2
in a
decides
competitive car. Although
he
I
wants
would
to do it like
actually
this, we're going to have to do it like
like
this.
to hazard a guess that
Oh,
if he was
we're
at
gonna start
any
the
other
GT3s.
team, he might actually have done better.
Amazing.
He just does not get on with that Red Bull and has not done for a very long time.
He's been having a bad run of form, to say the least. We spoke about it in your crazy prediction that he's not even finished in the top 6. I think, was it once in 13?
Once in 13, yeah.
Yeah. His qualifying has let him down more often than not, but I think this is as bad as it gets, and to happen in his own
And Buck says I get
kind
killed.
of home race, that a lot of people think that this was the race that Red Bull was
Green,
kind
green,
of
green.
saving him for, if you like, and making sure he was still in the car because, he is the home hero,
Yeah,
to
Pat.
say the least. Like, we go absolutely balmy for him.
7,000
On your
per
right.
second.
Clear
with,
right.
Sharing the back row with Zhou Guan Yu, which would have been even more painful. But 18th still incredibly painful. But I would say more so, of course, Perez is very painful at his home race. But
Car right.
Piastri, 17th position.
Clear right.
In
Yellow
the
flag.
McLaren.
Car right. There's an
A
incident
McLaren
in
that is
Mercedes Arena.
absolutely
Clear right.
capable of getting somewhere near the front, if not pole position. Maybe
Oh,
not today,
Lord.
if we look at what Lando
Well done,
managed,
Lucas.
but
Good start.
to be knocked out in Q1,
Car right.
of course Oscar made that mistake, ran
Still
deep,
there.
got his lap time deleted, he lost about a second, I think,
Still
going
there.
wide as well. It's not good
Hold
enough,
your
though,
line.
is it, for at this stage
Why
of the
would you do
season,
this?
Right side's clear.
for Oscar to make a mistake like that, and he said it himself after qualifying,
Oh.
that it was just a mistake,
Car left.
but perhaps feeling the pressure of it being quite
Hold clear left.
crazy.
I don't know what that
Q1, to say the
GT3 is
least.
doing.
Some teams and drivers
It's-
flying a medium at the start.
Oh.
And I think that in itself put a bit of pressure on some drivers to then have to go onto the softs because of track evolution. But look, McLaren are fighting not just Red Bull, but also Ferrari for the Constructors' Championship. Oscar, as much as he probably doesn't want to personally, for the team,
Guys, this is
needs
going
to
to be
try and help Lando
hell.
Norris in the World Championship by
It's
beating
going to be
Max
absolute
Verstappen.
hell.
And just like we were speaking in SQ1 and only Austin, it's happened again.
A shocker for Piastri. It's the nature of essentially Q1 being so incredibly close that one
Oh,
small
no.
mistake can cost you.
Car
And he was
left.
on the back
Clear
foot
Don't let me
as soon as he
through.
kind of made
You're a
that error in
GT3,
the final
bro.
sector. And then, yeah, when he did his other lap, not good enough. The fact that it's happened again has been so good to the point where he's been
What's
incredibly
happening?
hyped up, been doing amazingly well in the races alongside Lando. And
Oh, dear
a lot of people are
Lord.
saying that he's a bit more aggressive
Oh, my
than
God.
Lando, but his pace
Oh.
in the
There's an
last few
incident
races
in
compared to
Hatzenbach-Bogen.
week after his qualifying as well kind of slipped back. And
No,
it gets a
no.
little worse to
Okay,
where
Lucas,
it has
gone
been
out of track limits.
previously.
Keep it
So
between the
a
lines.
shocker for Piastri because in terms of Lando's title, he's probably like, oh no, anyway. But realistically,
Why am I doing this?
Ferrari and Red Bull less so, but Ferrari are coming.
There's a
for
straight coming up. They
Constructors'
can pull
title,
away.
So he has to deliver from that side because maybe, just maybe, if this form continues and he
Go away.
can't
Incident in
maximise the
Griddlebacher,
results and
yellow
McLaren do have
flag.
a bit of a
Oh,
fall-off,
frick
then
balls.
the Constructors' Championship could
Look at my
be
relative on seeing
Question
this.
at Piastri Core _ what's going on with Oscar last weekend and then this? I think it's too soon to say that he's falling off or jumping the gun too much here. It's back-to-back difficult weekends, I would say, for Oscar. His pace potential this weekend was
Oh.
there, but he just didn't deliver, whereas Austin, I feel like he was just lacking a little bit of speed compared to his teammate. Let's see what happens in the next few races, but it's drivers have blips, and I think this is a very poorly timed blip for Oscar in the midst of what's going on in the championships.
Car right.
Exactly. It's nothing to
Clear
kind
right.
of scream and shout about and worry about yet. Oscar's had a brilliant season. Just had a couple of bad weekends in a row, really, so far. I mean, he's still got a chance tomorrow. We saw what Lando did from the back of the grid last year in the McLaren. You've got to say that the McLaren is even better than it was last year. So.
Colapinto has to be mentioned, of course, in the Williams. You would think, maybe earlier on this season we'd be talking about a Williams being knocked out in Q1, but Albon had a pretty sensational qualifying up in 9th, and Colapinto just missing out. I say just by a tenth and a half, which was surprising considering his run of form and the momentum he currently
There's an
had.
incident
Actually,
in
was it?
Spiegel
It was about
curve.
a tenth and a bit.
Albon was kind of well clear, really. In Q1 was
Are you doing
exactly
a
what he needed after
defensive one?
the crash that he had. During practice, which again put even more pressure on him, and people questioning whether his head's gone. But Alex in particular had the exact.
Oh, it's
session,
not.
he
It's
needed
not
and
raining.
Colapinto,
It's like a wet line.
a bit of a disappointment.
Okay. Actually, another question before we go to Q2. P1
Oh.
Patron member Abu
Oh
Dhabi
my
2020
God.
survivor. I feel like this guy keeps cropping up in our podcasts.
Bro.
Liam to Red Bull at Brazil. Could they make the swap this quickly with Perez? Are they going to? If they said, look, you've had Mexico, mate. Now we're going to do...
That would be so embarrassing.
It would be savage, but what is more embarrassing? Continuing to try and defend him after these run of performances? Do they genuinely want to do better in the constructors? I think things like that will definitely be telling in the coming races. I don't think they will, just purely from how much they have supported him up until this point. But it might be a case of pressing a big red button of a panic alarm of, oh my god, we're going to finish third in the constructors.
Oh no, anyway, for Red Bull, again, it really doesn't matter for them. They've got plenty of money, and if anything, they'll have more wind tunnel time, so they're probably loving it right now.
We say that, and I know we kind of write that off as fans. I don't think that's how teams actually think.
Car
not
left.
not the personnel.
Clear
I wonder
left.
if the big bosses aren't as fussed, like Christian Horner, for example. I think they wouldn't do it now. I think it would be embarrassing for them as a whole because it almost, if they did it now, it would basically be them admitting, yeah, we kept him on for Mexico and Mexico only, which would look even more embarrassing in my opinion. They just have to grin and bear it and then make the change next year, which I think they will do.
Let's go to Q2 then, where the 5 out were Tsunoda,
Dude,
Lawson,
please.
Alonso, Stroll and Bottas. Let's go straight into the question. P1 Patreon member AMG Piper. Is Yuki having these silly accidents what's costing him the Red Bull seat? I think it's definitely a factor that Yuki can blow hot and cold, both under the helmet and also with mistakes. He has got the raw speed and potential though, and of course Yuki making these errors is one thing, but is it costing him an opportunity at Red Bull? No, I think it's Perez's situation and the power that he clearly has over that seat, whether it's due to his fans or whatever the million reasons are that he's staying in that seat. Yuki still, even after this, has earned an opportunity to try at Red Bull, no doubt. Any other team with that situation, I think he's had a go at this point. That being said, is he the perfect replacement for Perez? I don't know. Maybe Red Bull see him as a little bit of a risk in some ways. But either way, it can't get much worse than what Perez is currently putting on the board. So there's plenty other reasons why they haven't chosen Yuki.
I'm literally being held up by a
He has
GP3.
shown at many occasions this year
Damn,
that
Did you get
he is
away with
good.
that? Or did you get bullied?
Yeah, he's had a good season. I do think Christian Horner just doesn't really like it.
He
as a
woke up
driver.
today.
There's an incident
He's
in
like, oh,
Stefan
if
Bell
you
of
turn the wall, that's
This
why
is
we don't
what,
choose.
yeah, this is exactly what I meant. That's exactly what we'll do. It's probably the worst time it possibly could have been for Yuki Tsunoda to have this crash, because he was actually looking like he was going to. Well, he did beat Lawson, but you
Left side.
It's not a positive to
Clear left.
crash with one teammate. But he looked like he had the measure of Lawson this weekend. He'd been looking very quick. So to
I don't
have
want
the
to.
error, I think it gives Red Bull that excuse.
They
of
want
being
making
like,
a dumb
"Look,
move
see,
on me."
This is why we'd be a bit worried.
Other things to mention, I think Bottas was shafted. I reckon he was going to qualify much better than 15th with that crash that Tsunoda had. I think he had one more run in him when Yuki made that error at the end of the session. And apart from that, Aston Martin being washed and Lawson being slightly screwed over, because I think he was also on a lap until Yuki binned it in the wall. Q3 and the top 10. Sainz, Verstappen, Norris, Leclerc, Russell, Hamilton, Magnussen, Gasly, Albon and
Car right.
Hulkenberg. First question,
Right side's clear.
Mario Borrave. How good was Q3 from Sainz? How good has Carlos Sainz's entire weekend been, is the question I want to ask, because he is alive.
Right side.
And Carlos has these weekends
Clear
over the
right.
Formula 1 season where
I got
he just
4.
looks brilliant and
Yeah.
has been better than Leclerc, I will say it. Throughout the entire weekend, he's looked faster, and I think he absolutely categorically deserved
Why
the today. What
am I
more is there
actually
really
close
say
to
apart
them?
from,
I
hope
shouldn't be.
Carlos wins
What
the
are
race
you
from
doing?
there as well. It's going to be difficult. Do you even
dear
want
God.
pole position down towards turn 1?
No.
Not really, but it still gives him a fantastic chance from there.
Yeah, the fact that Carlos was so clear of the field and you know, he made that joke, didn't he, on the team radio, and they're like, what a lap, and he went 2 laps, because both his laps were unbelievable.
And they're good enough for pole, both of them.
Exactly.
This is not-
And, you know,
this is not
Charles
good.
Leclerc is one of the best, if not the best, in the business when it comes to qualifying, so for Carlos to put that gap on him, he's had an amazing weekend. You know, just because we're and I'll say it again, absolutely doesn't deserve to be in a Williams next year. Yeah, an amazing job from Sainz again. But yes, you're right. Does he want to be there, particularly with a certain Max Verstappen behind him who's going to get straight in that slipstream?
Max and Lando
Ow.
is going to be quite interesting. And of
Oh.
course, the next question is about
Hit
Lando.
your gas
NRG
pedal.
Sports 123. Is this a failure to convert from Lando? I'm not going to jump on that wagon necessarily. Lando said that they sort of hit a peak quite quickly and then failed to really build from that, and I'm going to take that with his word. It does seem as though there was a bit more of a struggle there than others. I think when you look at Q2, for example, there was only a half a tenth improvement for Lando between Q2 and Q3,
On your
whereas
right.
Carlos improved by 0.6 of a second.
He's still there.
Max improved
Clear
by
right.
3.5, and generally when you look down the list, everyone's improving by 0.3 or more. So perhaps Lando did leave a little bit on the table. Charles definitely did.
Car
I will
left.
say that. He had a massive
I
moment
should
in the
not be
sector.
going around the
Clear left.
outside of a
Also must have been a bit
GT3.
as well, because I think he would have been a Ferrari
Please,
1 too,
bro.
had it not been for that. But
I am a
Lando, I think,
literal
as well.
GT4.
Perhaps there was something
Hit the
missing in that
gas.
final percent when you push that
There's an
tiny
incident
bit
in
harder in
Hudson-Back
Q3
Wagon.
and leave it all on the table. But it's not the worst place in the world to start, as we just mentioned, with Carlos
Clear
being on
right.
pole not being particularly
Oh
favourable.
my dear God.
I think it's probably the best
What
place
is
to
he
start
doing?
P3 at Mexico, because you get an amazing slipstream down to turn 1. If you could choose your grid spot, you probably would go for for P3. But yeah, maybe Lando left something on the table with how quick he was looking in the rest of the session. I think he will be absolutely, a little bit gutted that he's behind Verstappen again in qualifying, of how it was looking, particularly when Max had that deleted lap, and also just generally the rest of the weekend. But I think it's
Car
incredibly
right.
unfair to kind of
Right side's clear.
basically say he bottled it or have a go at him when his teammate is down in 17th. So it's completely
That man's a
unfair to
rear
have a
end.
go at Lando when he's the one that's put
Is
the car
not
third and
doing-
his teammate 17th. So
Next question,
What a rear
Gareth
end should be.
LE.
I don't know
How
what I'm
bad has
saying.
that Red Bull got to be for Max to have a bad weekend? Great drive considering his prep, deleted lap time and sticks on the front row. I can't commend Max Verstappen's performance this weekend more than what we've just seen. It's almost bordering on remarkable that he has all these problems with his
Dude.
engine. I'm thinking biggest flop confirmed. Love it. I'm not really in the back of my mind. I'm going,
What are
it's
they
Max Verstappen.
doing,
We
bro?
haven't seen
Don't
it
go
yet.
too
It's
much
just
into
Friday.
the foxhole.
But he had a lack of running. He then had that lap time deleted. It's all the pressure in
Oh,
the world on
someone's
his
already
shoulders
dead.
to deliver
Oh,
on
don't
the
kill
me.
final
Clear left.
moments of
Oh,
Q3.
He
And
nearly
he
killed
does. He sticks
someone.
on the front row. His teammate is 18th. I know
As I
Perez
caught up like a
is seen as
second.
this terrible driver,
Why?
but he's not. Perez is not a terrible driver. Perhaps he is not as
Look
good
how
as he
much
used
they
to be.
pull.
But he's not
Think
horrendous. He's not
of
an
that.
18th position driver,
Oh,
in my
good Lord.
opinion. Put him in a different car, I think we see a different result for Checo. And we've seen it previously before he went to Red Bull. But for Max to put it where he does, it's just... This is the reason why he will be and get many more World Championships from here on in as well.
yeah, it was a sensational performance under huge pressure. I'm secretly glad he got penalty, because it kind of shuts up that boring narrative that he'll never be penalised, which is something that Lewis Hamilton
When you
had.
say penalty, you mean track limit.
Sorry, track limit warning. Like, they deleted his lap. which is something that, you know, every single world champion that's dominated the sport, everyone was like, oh, Hamilton's so lucky he never gets a penalty, and Vettel's so lucky he never gets a penalty, and that
Why are you
continued on to
there?
Max Verstappen. So, you know, guys
Oh,
like
please, for the love of God.
Oh, it was.
As soon as he
Oh,
did
yeah,
it,
100%.
There was,
Yeah.
I literally was like, when we were streaming on, I was streaming on Twitch, I said,
Clear left.
give me a screenshot now. That was 100% trap.
I'm ending it.
If he doesn't
I'm ending
get
it
his
all.
time deleted,
Left
then-
side.
What are you
Yeah,
doing?
Mario
left.
Kart mushroom over the almost onto the grass.
Next question from PD Doling. As much as I miss him, was Gunter holding Haas back? I don't really think we can say that Haas's turnaround is due to the change at the top that quickly. I don't. That Haas came into this season basically saying they're going to probably be last. We were all sort of joking that they were going to be last, and they've turned out to not be. I don't think Gunter,
Incident
with a few
in
smashed
curve.
doors,
Yellow flag.
Oh,
Keep it about you, mate.
stopping them from getting into Q3. I'm sure there are small, minute things you can talk about, perhaps Gunter's style of management, but from a car perspective, you would think that most of that stuff was already done. It's not as if they, you know,
There's an
hired
incident
Komatsu
in.
just
Tyre
walked in and
striker.
gone, no, change that, do this, do that, change that, do that, yeah, and that, and that, and that. It's not quite like that, I don't think. Similar with like Binotto and how when he left, it's not like Fred, the first day he walked in, everything changed and it was amazing. So that's
How did
how
that
I see it.
happen?
Yellow flag.
I think that you've got to give Komatsu a huge amount of credit for the fact that Haas are still performing where they are, and that's something that Haas never really did. I mean, you do wonder if it is something to do with the fact that having a team principal that's more of a engineering side of things can help, you know, push their development forward throughout the season, because we all expected Haas to be rubbish. I think they've actually been the biggest surprise of the whole season, but it's not been rare to see Haas being 7th or 8th or 9th or 10th. But that's at the start of the
There's
season.
an incident in.
When it gets to the
Road
final few
check.
races, they're normally awful, and they've had a big drop off. So
There's an incident
I don't
in.
think it
Bit
is,
from
yeah,
out.
like you say, like you weren't saying, but it's like this instant, like just because Gunther's gone, everything's great.
Oh,
But Komatsu deserves a huge amount of credit for,
Did the yellow
for what he's
flag
done so far,
go
because they
away
still seem to be delivering
before that light was
the
clear.
points, and you know what a performance.
I'll have to
they
watch
do
that back.
Finish where they
But
are. in
it
Constructors'
was almost like the
Championship.
yellow flag was gone.
Absolutely, yeah. For Komatsu to keep them where they are, I think that's a very good point actually of how Haas have not dropped off, and if anything, are continuing to incrementally improve. Speaking about Haas, actually,
Car
as well,
right.
Hulkenberg
Why
has
are
made a
you
mistake,
letting me
in the
by?
final sector, which again costing him once again, Nico, which we're very much
Did Haas
expecting
fire
him
the
to.
wrong drive?
But of course, Hulk making another mistake in quali, which is pretty unheard of for Nico, and K-Mag delivering once again up in 7th. It's wonder times for Haas at the moment.
Yeah, very good from Haas. K-Mag up in basically best of the rest. A really good performance from K-Mag, and yeah, Hulkenberg to still be 10th is decent. They've got a great chance of double points again for Haas, so yeah, it's crazy how many points they've scored when I definitely thought they were going to score not.
All right, well, we'll leave it there. Thank you everybody for watching and listening, and we will see you live on Twitch tomorrow. Matt P1 Tommy, if you don't follow us already, and also, yeah, podcast and everything else will be coming your way very soon. Lots of love, sweet dreams. Hope you feel better soon if you are also feeling ill out there. I wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy
That's
New
the
Year.
wrong-
New Year.
Yeah, if you are celebrating
But
either
also,
of those
don't
in the next couple
stop
of days.
listening to the podcast till December. And,
Car right.
Keep listening.
No,
There's
that's
many more
true.
podcasts.
Clear right.
To put the 2 laps that are so good and so far ahead is definitely shows how good the laps were and putting everything together. Normally in Mexico I struggle to put laps together because of how slippery it is, and you always may have the feeling like you never put a lap together, but today I definitely put two really good laps. I'm also realistic and knowing that tomorrow anything can happen into turn 1. At the same time I have less to lose than everyone around me, you know, and I'm going to do the best I can to give that P1 into turn 3, turn 1, 2, 3, and then lead from there.
After yesterday, I knew that it was going to be a tough weekend, especially also at the
You've just done
not
an
particularly great.
8:42.1 seconds.
But yeah, we kept making little improvements to the car, and qualifying felt better. I mean, of course, we're still not the most competitive, but to be on the front row is, I think, an incredible result. if you look back at yesterday?
I put in some very nice laps, Q1 and Q2. And that was pretty much it. Like I found the limit of the car very quickly, and we just didn't have much more left. Whereas clearly the Ferrari had a lot more left in the bag than we did. So no, of course, a little glimmer of hope in the middle that maybe they started to struggle with something, but clearly not. And yeah, I think we ended where we probably deserved to be. I think we was a slightly better lap. Could have been ahead of Max, but I just didn't manage to do it in the end. And I'm still happy with P3.
Why are you taking a wet line?
I didn't have a good feeling since FP2, and I knew that it would be a very difficult weekend. P4 today was the best we could do. Disappointed with the qualifying pace, to be honest. To be 3/10 of Carlos is quite a bit, and I'm not satisfied with that. However, considering the race pace, I think I was probably the fastest yesterday, so that's a good sign for tomorrow. But starting fourth, I'm making my life more difficult.
Really happy with the recovery. Obviously, we're still on the old bits from 12 races ago. My lap felt really strong. Super happy with it. Just a temp from P3. Yeah, after yesterday, would have taken that.
The car felt good in P3, and then qualifying, I didn't change anything, and then qualifying just completely like turns on its head. Yeah, definitely a frustrating session, but that's every qualifying session I've had this year. So again in the top 10, I think ahead of all the guys we want to be ahead of. So that's a good day for us. This track is very dirty on the inside, that's off the line, so it's another little bonus to be starting on the left side, and yeah, it should be a good starting point for a top 10 finish tomorrow.
Delighted, especially after P3 where we were dead last, and just had no grip. We had to make quite a lot of changes going into quali, and must say the confidence wasn't that high in the engineering room before going to quali. We expected to struggle to get out of Q1, and in the end we managed to repeat a Q3 after last week. So very positive. The car felt a much better window, a lot more potential straight away out of in Q1. I was able to put some strong laps and get a good feel from it. So yeah, much better than expected. And again, we put ourselves in the top 10. So hopefully we can have a stronger race than last week.
We're kind of scrambling a little bit, just trying to put on setups and see if it worked. In the FP3 actually, we weren't that happy, but it's kind of to be expected when we've only done 2 laps on yesterday, so we made a lot of changes to the car in qualifying. Most of them worked, some of them definitely didn't. I think if we had more than 2 laps on Friday, we would have got some parts in the car. But it was strange, we could kind of drive around some of the problems, and we were playing around with the tools in the car and got it into like a semi-okay window. I think if we, obviously if we had to go again and we did a proper FP1 and 2, I think we could have been a bit more comfortably in that kind of best of the rest part. But I'm happy. I think, first of all, an amazing job from everyone at the team. We are, I've had a fair bit of damage in the last 2 weekends, and we've had a lot of work to do, so very grateful for that. Hopefully we'll discuss it for tomorrow.
It's been a bit of a struggle for me, to be honest, all weekend
Bro,
long.
are you using like a Monza?
Getting off on the right foot with the car.
Are you using Monza downforce, bro?
Left side.
What
as
are
I would
you
like to and as they should, so
Still there.
it's yeah.
Clear left.
It's struggled to find rhythm, to find harmony, and some laps are good, some laps are not so good, and unfortunately in Q3 I didn't find a good one.
I just lost the car, had a massive front brake, front lock-up. To be honest, throughout this week I didn't have any lock-up there, so...
Dude, I'm not gonna lie, Jim.
Nonetheless,
they're not faster.
It's very shame that I didn't able to maximize opportunity. Hopefully we don't have to start from pit lane, but bit less chance for that, so but I'll do as much as I can tomorrow.
We were at a good first sector, found nearly a 10. It was very tight, honestly. Like quali, I was obviously through into Q2 and looking at the times, it was extremely tight.
Clear left.
But all weekend we've been building, and it was a tidy lap. It's having completed it like the lap we were on, I think we would have should have easily been through. So it's frustrating, but yeah, it's one of these things. Obviously, we're out at the back, so this is the risk that we run.
Honestly, I was a little bit happily surprised about the car in qualifying. We did struggle the whole weekend in terms of grip and pace, And then in qualifying, for whatever reason, the car felt
He's
much
dead.
better, and I was able to attack and
Are you
have
not dead,
good
mister?
confidence. And this lap, when the red flag came, I think I was like 2 tenths and a half up on my time, so maybe P5, P6 was possible. Then eventually everyone will finish that attempt, and maybe P9 or P10 was possible, which is enough to go through Q3. So a little bit of a happy surprise in qualifying, and yeah, hopefully tomorrow we can celebrate these 400 races. Obviously, I feel extremely lucky and privileged, you know, to be part of the show. It was a dream when I was a kid, you know, to drive in Formula 1 one day. And I spent more than 2 decades here in this paddock. So every moment, every second, every qualifying, every practice, I do enjoy a lot, and I feel extremely lucky.
Happy to make it into Q2. That was kind of the goal today. So yeah.
Does that mean that things have got a little bit better than over the course of the weekend?
We're not where we want to be, that's for sure.
First of all, I'm happy to get into Q2.
Lance Stroll with the classic
at the same time,
answers.
we got unlucky also with the red flag. I was on still with my only run with the new tires, and in the last sector got the red flag. So I think we should have been closer to top 10.
All right, Lucas, we just cut the track.
To see, but at the same time, a bit of a missed opportunity, but that was not down to us.
We're off with the car. I think balance-wise we were struggling a lot of rotation. We had changed after P3, and looks like we went on the wrong direction.
Yo, wait, he's pulling away.
Really bad. I was struggling to combine the corners. The rear was giving up, and of course when it's like that, the rear don't last very long in the lap. So it was really for us very difficult to ride today, and yeah, just felt very off. So we'll see what we can do, but it just feels like we need a setup change in the car, and we cannot now for the race. So we'll see what we can do.
The medium, I just didn't have much confidence on, and then the first soft lap I was doing was very positive, and then I just went wide at turn 12, and it was as simple as that. So then we tried to go again, but I just had zero grip. The tires were too hot, so disappointing.
Similar issues as we've had in Austria, for example, into the low speed, I cannot brake, I cannot stop the car. As soon as I attack the braking, I start sliding. So yeah,
that's a BS
my main
Checo.
issue at the moment. Is where I'm strolling the most, and yeah,
Cat's
I think
gonna say hi.
it showed even more.
I can't
Every time I
take it
try
right
to
now,
attack the
baby.
braking, I'm just locking up.
I think we clearly had no pace compared to the rest of the weekend, so it's difficult to really understand. You know, I think there was something clearly that didn't really work for us, and
Yeah, we're
we
good.
need to get it and fix it for the next rounds. Unfortunately, it is one more bad session for us, and yeah, we need to be on top of that for the next round.
Disappointing, but with the result. But in another side, after a struggle morning session at P3, I wasn't a massive surprise, but what surprised me was just seeing quality when we put a new set in the last run, expecting to be finding 4 or 5 tenths with the car together with the evolution of the track, but I was finding only 1 tenth and no extra grip finding on the surface. So a strange one, but you need to understand because clearly not feeling that great altogether all around today.
Buddy, that's not the racing line.
Hey everybody, welcome to Gardic Phone. It's been a long time.
How do you play Gardic Phone?
Well, right
Somebody
now,
has definitely scammed this man
Probably
from like
Gooning.
Oh
Yeah, Gooning is a funny
like
thing that we made that.
freaking.
blah 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 panda blah blah blah.
They
blah.
definitely got scammed from
Blah,
coaching.
Blah, 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 blah. I read the Wikipedia, so it's like deprived in it.
There's a Gooning Wikipedia entry? I have to look that up.
Isn't this tired, guys? Isn't Gooning played out and tired?
Bro, he's literally taking wet line.
Yeah.
Like what?
Buddy, when the track is dry,
hanging out.
you take the line of least resistance.
yeah.
You see what happens?
I bludgeoned myself the other day. I did.
He's a man,
last
he
night
don't know how to
during the
drive.
filming of Chuck the Sandwich.
I keep up with him in the GT4.
I'm always in
He's in the GT3.
Okay, so it's many deep cuts on my fingers that hurt a lot, and I've taped gauze to separate
Look at
them.
this, look at this.
Like, how did this occur? Like,
I was
What
trying
are
to
you
open
doing?
beer, and it was one of those ones that don't twist off, and so I used my gun to
Stop
force
attacking
the
the
cap
wet
off,
line.
and it
In the
bludgeoned me.
completely dry condition.
Dude, What does that even
What
mean?
is this? What are you doing?
So what do? You just like flash little images of cocks
What?
and titties and like for just a second?
Yeah, it's quick gooning, like just getting like a quick one out of your system.
One edge.
That sounds like addiction.
Mister.
On SMTH and drooling.
See, I can't type too good because my fingers are bludgeoned. So I apologize in advance.
What
for
is
any,
this? What are you doing?
issues.
You need to go back to Formula 4.
You gotta add the little like.
No, you need to go back to Z cottage.
Look
You need
at
to
this
go.
guy.
You need to go
Look at
karting
him.
again.
Look at him. Do you see what he's
Really,
wearing?
you have no skill.
What do you guys think of that hat, everybody?
For a guy that is 36 seconds slower on lap, you are
start jerking off. If that's real, jerk off. Everybody watching this, jerk off now.
Take out my pants right now.
No.
It's out. It's out.
Flat
There's a faster car behind. He's on our lap. We're not going to get a blue flag.
Oh my god.
Put your beast away.
Okay, so now we have the actual quick guy behind. Now what is the odds that gets absolutely fucked slash superior?
He's being cute. He's curled up into a little ball.
He's being bludgeoned right now.
You can imagine someone spooning him very equally.
Sorry, I like to look at the bright side of things.
He's stranded in the ocean.
Very
Mister, you are taking the wet line.
Shark coming out.
You should be embarrassed.
The shark or the squid just starts spooning him.
Nice.
Oh no, this guy is slow as well.
Oh,
Clear left.
man. Wait, bro, that looks like the blow up strong suit from SpongeBob. The different color arms, dude.
Yo, Shadow Method's watching.
Okay, so why are you still braking for this corner?
I didn't know where to
It's like an
take it.
ASDF
Doctor, I think I might be a homosexual. How can you tell?
How can you tell? Rainbow.
Who's a terrorist that we killed?
Faster car behind. He's racing us.
Yo, wait, wait, he actually knows the crazy car now.
Co-founder of Al-Qaeda, then who's the leader?
Oh no, maybe not. He's gonna be a fluid crash.
Oh shit.
What is he doing?
God, I got a panda prompt and I don't know how to draw him still. What's like your composition?
Once again, he's taking the white line.
Cheeks.
The faces.
What's
bright
happening?
Cheeks.
What's you do?
Bright pink? What are you talking about? You look like a Reddit character. I'm gonna make you a snoo, dude. I'm gonna make you a snoo.
Have you guys seen my Reddit snoo?
Okay, so now they actually GT3 behind me.
That is
Let's actually know how to drive.
That is not.
Oh my
You
goodness.
showed me your.
You brake for flat out corner. You saw his
like a
freaking
fucking-
brake
that sounds
lights
like
that came
sexual
on for a
harassment.
flat out corner.
He showed me his snoo. Ew. I don't want to see your snoo. God, I fucking suck at this game. This is just like hard to even look at.
Oh, no.
I don't know how I get worse every time. Someone needs to show me.
We just had a warning for cutting the track.
Everything's so fine.
There's a group of faster cars behind. They're racing for position.
Probably. I don't know. Figure it out.
Oh shit.
That was an order. Yeah.
Maybe
Yeah,
like
well,
listening to authority.
I would expect no less from someone in
Oh,
Al-Qaeda.
we have a damage in various places.
Panda, you're in Al Qaeda?
Can you not respect my beliefs?
I respect them, Panda.
I don't.
It's a free country.
You know what? I
It's a free country.
know,
You
but
can express
I
whatever
should
you
be
want.
able to express that I don't think anyone should be a fucking terrorist. Okay? So that's how I feel about it. Probably me. You seem to be getting my sloppy seconds.
Is it the pussy hat or is it the PewDiePie ears?
It's just cat ears, dude.
Yes. Known feminist ally of Panda.
Someone should make a panda massage out with the couple.
Please do. Please do. Please do. Part 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plus 5 minus
Oh
3.
wait. Do you want to see my snoo? Hold on.
I want to.
What's going on?
Do you guys want to see my snoo?
Yeah, sure. Show me your fucking snoo.
What do you think of my snoo?
It's terrible.
Stay between the lines, please,
Really
Lucas.
bad. That's got way too much.
Okay,
going on.
you
Is
need
that
to
an
shut
NFT?
up.
It is
You don't
literally
know
an
what
NFT
you're
and you
talking
spend
about.
money. Real life money.
Can you sell it?
I don't know.
You can't sell the NFT? Why is it an NFT?
No one would want to buy it.
I wouldn't want to buy that shit. That's stupid as fuck.
No, Mika, I'll play devil's advocate. It doesn't look like a Reddit snoo. It looks like something else. Like an NFT.
You were like so close to help. So close.
Hold on, I need to really quick, I need to record a voice line and send it to an editor. On sale for a limited time. It's on sale for a limited time. It's on sale for a limited time.
That's what you needed to record.
On sale for a limited time.
You went in a deeper voice.
On sale for a limited time.
Oh, do it horny.
On sale for... what's a horny voice? I don't...
On sale for a limited time.
Wait, that was kind of good.
Yeah, check this one.
On sale for a limited time.
Okay, Lucas.
You've used half your fuel. I don't know, something about that just wasn't doing it for me.
On sale for a limited time.
I watched this video from like this crackhead who grows mushrooms in his closet. He takes Uncle Ben's rice packets and he injects them with needles, like fungus in the needles. But he has to have a sterile environment, so he turns off the AC like in his house. He sprays Lysol down on the entire area, removes every item in the room, so that nothing will get in the bag of Uncle Ben's except for the fungus. And then he tapes it shut and puts it in his closet and grows magic mushrooms.
That's really cool.
Schlot gets cut by full-blown Peter Griffin.
Ooh, I don't like that.
Panda being spoon.
Yeah, that sucked. I wasn't feeling it.
Whatever is spooning him is a nightmare. That is so scary.
What?
Someone fell off a cliff and fell into a...
Someone?
I didn't see the green. I just saw the smiley sad face. Didn't see the green.
Mika, you gotta start seeing the green, because that's all that matters in life is money.
It's true, dude. Holy shit.
Oh man, the right side of my car is fucked.
We become dictator, Panda. We should publicly execute dreams.
Hey, let's not call for death of anybody. Hey, let's be civil, okay? Let's be civil.
Yeah, let's be civil.
Yeah!
Happy Pride Month.
That shit is so over. How many triangles are they gonna add to that fucking thing?
I don't think Panda can name what's
Come
going on in that flag.
I forgot the circle in the yellow bit. Can we add that in post, please?
The circle in the yellow bit?
Yeah.
Panda, you're gay?
Yeah.
Finally.
What's your type? Men.
Juicy boys.
Juicy boys. Yeah, when they got a lot of cum in their balls.
Yeah, they sure do. No, what?
Wow. You're about to get one up, Astro. Sorry.
The wires are cat ears.
I thought this was Peppa on the bridge.
Is he Peppa the Pig?
No, that's the cat ears over his turban.
Greatest.
It does look like a pussy head, though. No,
I love his smile. His smile is... And I think we should go to a really remote location and just do mushrooms. What do you think? You and me.
I like that. I've been doing
Okay.
drugs, a lot of drugs lately. A little meth yesterday.
How did that
just
go?
a little.
It was a very small amount, honestly. You kind of pussied out.
Sometimes a little bit is all you need to kill you. You know?
I don't want to die.
Like Fent.
That was like a drug PSA. Like if you stopped me in the school hallway. And did you ever watch sissy hypnotizing compilations?
What? Why would you ask? Where did that come from? If you don't mind me asking.
Just thinking about it.
You were just thinking about it?
I feel like when I browsed 4chan in like 2015, that's what was on there.
And people like get hypnotized. Is that the goal?
What was the 4chan landscape like in
Oh man, I used to browse the science board because it was a bunch of people like arguing with each other, pretending like they know what they're talking about, and then other people getting
Plastic
mad.
art approaching.
It was
They're on
weird.
our
And then
lap, so there'll be no blue flag.
And then
Hypnosis porn.
right,
What does it say?
Bro.
Like, suck dick.
it's like a yeah
Just
yeah.
flashes like suck dick.
I had confirmed. from first experience. But it does say that.
Dude, if watching like a flashing wall of text that just says "you're gay" changes you, then
You're gay.
yeah, maybe it was inside you this whole time. I don't know.
And let's say you had to dismantle NEC. Well, how would you do it?
Well, I'd probably go the method of the Egyptians when they take everything out of the nose.
What the fuck does that mean? I don't know. I can't really tell for which one's Mika and which one's Panda, but I know what yours are, Astro, because you use the skinny pen.
That's true.
And you're actually good at drawing. And then I think mine just have like a bad vibe to them. I don't know why.
Wait, hold on. Did you guys notice Gardic has
There's a
art
group of faster
in it?
cars behind.
Oh.
Well, no, actually, wait.
No, and then next to it is IC, because I see it.
Oh, yeah.
I see
That's so real.
RG.
Oh, yeah.
Nika being asphyxiated under a horse's sweaty nutsack.
Oh, thank you. I love that.
Oh dear God.
That's a huge nutsack. What do you think of that nutsack, Mika? Say that. Wow, that's a huge sack.
We confirm.
Say wow, that's a
It
huge
is pretty big.
sack.
Mika, you should do that with your snoot.
I don't want to do that with my...
I'm gonna put my ball sack on your snoot, dude. I'm gonna smother that thing. That can't be too big. That'll be the ultimate tea bag, dude.
I mean, if my snoot is concerned.
They're gonna talk about that tea bag all throughout the history books. My
So
nutsack.
whimsical. Just the horse is so nonplussed.
Bro,
while he's
you
doing
can't
it.
be afraid to pass here.
Mika looks like he's going to
Oh, come on. You knew that was you. Don't say guy. You knew that was you.
Yeah.
I didn't know. I don't look
Carla.
like...
Wait, that was
Clear left.
Panda? I thought that was a flat drawing.
Badass dog. Great ass.
Oh.
Panda Dickster W. Nimby smoking this stuff.
Dickster. He smokes it wherever he wants.
Panda on the hill smoking cigar, solitary.
Nicotine's actually good for
You know how we brought that gooning, Panda? I think we gotta bring back smoking actual nicotine product.
Ooh, and then tar and feathering as well.
Sorry.
Guy dies.
Oh, wow.
Dude, I miss Pink Guy. You guys was
You're
Pink
now in
Guy?
the lead.
Yeah.
Frank Guy SD Bar.
Guys, I can't type. I'm sorry. It's fucking bludgeon, dude. It went so deep. I was like scared. It just kept bleeding and kept bleeding.
Did you go to the hospital?
No. I had to record Chuckle Sandwich.
It's the most YouTuber thing I've ever heard.
Yes!
Yeah!
I thought you guys would like that.
Derpy X3 Panda Little Sword FTW 3.
Adventure Time.
Fuck Adventure Time. Fuck Adventure Time.
Don't know what you're talking about.
It's such a shitty ass series. I don't understand.
Yeah, it's all about clearance nowadays.
Oh my god.
I like it.
There's a new game mode. Should we try it? It's called Exquisite Corpse. I think we're creating a character by connecting our bodies
Oh,
together.
that's fun.
What?
Yes.
Let's just say after this one, we're gonna be calling you Rim King.
Holy
Why
fuck.
is that?
You playing with assholes?
What? Yeah, you three. Wait.
Oh, wow. So you don't know what the
Oh,
top
fuck.
is. Just gotta add that torso.
Oh shit. Okay. So you want to you guys want to I just got an email from Mercedes notifying me that my 6-figure car will be losing functionality unless I pay for a monthly subscription to keep the features.
What features? Heated seats? Is it like BMW where they charge for heated seats?
Nope. But it is pretty much everything else. Fucking remote door lock and unlock, vehicle tracker, remote engine start, online navigation, personalization, it says. Personalization. What does that even mean? What a shit. I need to move up in the segment, because obviously I'm not paying enough.
I think they're going to make you pay monthly no matter what, Schlatt. If anything, the more you move up, they're going to be like, oh wait, we can charge this guy even more.
No, dude, if I moved up to a Rolls Royce, they wouldn't. There's no subscriptions in a Rolls Royce, I bet. Can I ask a fucked up question?
Yeah.
What is the head of your dick? What is that made of?
Not flesh, I don't know.
What is that? It doesn't occur anywhere else on the body. What?
That's the quickest
What
lap
is
for your
that?
class.
Why is it there? Oh my god.
Okay, Lucas. There's a faster class car
Speaking
approaching.
Oh my god! The dick has a dick! Wait, this is awesome!
Let's go!
This game mode is actually sick. Long ass brim.
How was I supposed to know you were doing it on the left side?
Okay,
Oh, man.
There's a group of faster cars behind.
wow, that's a good binding horizon.
Mm. Oh, Jesus Christ! Jesus Christ, man!
Be like, this is fucking.
Oh, what the?
This is fucking awesome.
Oh my God!
That's
gonna have to be
Sancho.
on Patreon.
That's Sancho.
Is that Sancho? Oh yeah!
Holy shit! Wait, this one's good. This one's fucking good. Holy shit! Panda unmasked.
I'm using the circle tool for this.
I can't wait to see what creative things you guys come up with. You should take off your pants.
What the fuck? Sorry, I need to
No.
record another thing really quickly.
Why are you
Check
back?
out V-Rising. It's on sale for a limited time. Check out V-Rising. It's on sale for a limited time.
Check out my dick rising.
This is my dick. This is my D-Rising.
Check out V Rising.
The stewards have warned us for cutting the track.
That's,
Keep it between the white lines.
That was really bad. It's like you didn't even try. I'm not even gonna lie, man. That was lacking some serious effort.
Mika, can you do one, but like, pretend like someone's chasing you like to your death, like you're about to die while you hit.
Ah, check out
Oh,
V
come on, come on.
What's up, baby? Check out V Rising.
Right side. Still clear right.
What's up, baby?
What's up, baby?
Oh, mushrooms.
Okay. Oh. Oh.
Is
going
that
on
an
there?
inmate?
I didn't know it was gonna be like.
I saw him
That's
taking a calculated risk.
Oh shit.
terrible little.
Faster
Okay,
car approaching. They're
I have
racing
no
us
idea
for
what this
position.
was.
Don't
I
expect
got
any
sick
blue
of them.
flags.
I threw him in the shredder.
On your left. Clear left.
Oh, this is a good one.
That's awesome.
This one's really good.
You could actually put that on like a long sleeve tee and sell it at like a skateboard or
Yeah.
or like snowboard shop.
Yeah, put that thing on a longboard.
Left side. Clear left.
Oh my days. Just fucking appeared.
Kind of cute, actually. That's kind of cute, actually.
Oh,
Oh
wow.
yeah.
That's
Ew, dude.
Dude,
the
that's
fuck?
awesome.
You know how long that took to make?
That's really good. It's so funny because the first one is so simple, and then the last one's so like hyper. That's really good. Oh my god. Wow.
Yeah. Ew, ew. Why is it? What is that? What's on it? What's the strap? Wait, oh, it's just a strap on?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Is the strap on leaking cum?
Yeah, wait.
Yeah, it shoots cum, yeah.
Wow, that's intense.
Oh yeah, you can fill up like strap-ons that come. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
What do you put it?
Like fake cum. Like
Fake cum? Do you think there's a guy? Never mind.
Baba
Booey. Check out our exclusive Patreon-only podcast at patreon.com/sleepdeprived. Thanks!
Balls.
Hey, Canada. Diabetes and obesity can increase your risk of cardiovascular disease, but there are ways to manage your
Look for
risk.
me, I'm skinny.
Here's a thought. Talk to your doctor, and may I suggest sooner than later.
There's a rumour knocking about the paddock that Valtteri Bottas could return to Mercedes as a reserve driver this time, and he was asked about it. This is what he had to say.
Priority is to stay as a race driver, and that's what I want. That's what we're pushing for with Mattia. As I don't have anything signed, we are in October. I gotta look at all the alternatives, including going back to Mercedes family. That's for sure one option, and I would consider it. There's other options as well.
That sounds like confirmation to me that is at least an option that's on the table. The question is it the right one? Well, my name's Tomo. Let's talk about it. Sauber are possibly looking for something new, right? Which kind of does make sense because they're getting Nico Hülkenberg, right? Who's one of the most experienced drivers in Formula One, whose stock is incredibly high at the moment as well. He's a known entity in these ground effect cars. Do you really need another driver that ticks many of those boxes? Valtteri's very experienced. He's won a bunch of races in world that Nico's never even got a podium.
We've been called into the pits by the stewards for repairs. There's a faster car approaching.
He's been at Sauber. He was very good at the start of 2022. Valtteri was putting in point scoring positions pretty consistently. So you could argue that he is a known entity in ground effects. It's just that the car's been rubbish. But do you need two drivers that fit that?
Yeah.
You can use Nico to steer the ship, and then the other seat can go to a younger, more exciting prospect that you can build and develop as part of that Audi work stream from 2026 onwards, right? This is a huge project for them, and they're going to want a big title name. They've got Nico Hülkenberg, who fits the experience. He's German as well, which helps. Is Valtteri that big, high ceiling prospect? No. So I do kind of get why Sauber seem to be considering options outside of Valtteri more than him. But look, another argument against Valtteri really is that car development has moved backwards since he joined that team. Because you've got to remember that 2022 Sauber, yes, it started the ground effect era well, but Valtteri wasn't involved in the build of that car at the start because that was their legacy build from 2021, working on the new set of regulations when Valtteri was still at Mercedes. So you can't really credit Valtteri with any of that early 2022 performance. He delivered performance in the car, but I'm talking about a driver's responsibility as someone who helps push development of the car and put the team on the right direction and give good feedback, all of that. Well, since the middle of 2022,
okay, Lucas, there's a faster car approaching.
Gradually, more and more and more. Maybe it is harsh, maybe it's not true, but it does feel like you can make a compelling argument to suggest that he hasn't been the leader that Sauber needed during that time. Yes, of course, he's not an aerodynamicist, he's not the chief technical officer. And that's not ultimately his responsibility, but the drivers do play a crucial component in steering the development of the car. Now again, whether or not Valtteri has held up his end of the bargain, the Tierney has come in and has to analyse what's going on. It's not been working in this ground effect era, and Valtteri's been part of that team. So is it sensible for them to consider, well, actually maybe Valtteri is part of the problem? He might not be, but he might. So let's just try someone new, someone young, someone exciting, someone who's a potential prospect for the future. Maybe it would be even worse if they had two Joe Guanyus. Maybe it would be even worse. But we don't know. And Binotto's got to make his best guess. Look, Valtteri has said it himself. It's October now, and he's still got nothing confirmed for next season. He needs to consider his options for employment in 2025, right? His preferred option is to stay at Sauber, but that is the seemingly main option that is ultimately out of his hands. He's put an offer in, and it's up to Sauber whether they accept that. So then outside of Sauber, and outside as well of this Mercedes reserve option that seems to be on the table, well, where can he go?
What's your speed limit in the pits? The pit lane speed limit is 60 kilometers per hour.
Go to are, well, first of all, World Endurance Championship. Many an XF1 driver has moved over to World Endurance, and especially drivers who haven't had a great time in F1 and really rebuilt and re-established their top-tier performance in WEC. Think Brendan Hartley, Sebastian Buemi, Daniel Kvyat, and more recently Antonio Giovinazzi. Do we know?
Don't make me repair the car.
We don't, but I would be very surprised if the 10-time race winner of Valtteri's experience in Formula 1 and the high profile that he is wouldn't attract attention, especially as WEC is building out. You've got Hyundai now soon to be joining. I'm not sure if that's 25 or 26. Manufacturers are really putting their all. If they can't get into F1, they're going to World Endurance. Then, of course, there's IndyCar. Many an XF1 driver, Romain Grosjean, Marcus Ericsson, Alex Rossi has, you know, had careers in Formula 1 to varying degrees of success. Grosjean got a few podiums and moved over to stateside and held a pretty good account of themselves, particularly Marcus Ericsson. I think he really did. His career was in the absolute dirt after Charles slapped him up in F1. And, well, he's almost been a two-time Indy 500. I mean, Bottas would be the most successful F1 driver to move to IndyCar if he did, probably since Nigel Mansell, I want to say. Let me know in the comments below if there's anyone I'm missing, but I feel like Mansell, I think Fittipaldi is probably the most successful, then Mansell. Then it'd probably be Bottas if he was to move. Either way, I think that would bring a lot of eyeballs, a lot more attention to IndyCar, which deserves more attention because it's quality. And you know what? I'm going to chuck in another left field shout for an option for Valtteri for next season onwards. Supercars, the old V8 supercars, that is, in Australia, the premier Australian, well, not just Australian, New Zealand as well, of course, touring car.
Dude, please use my fast repair.
Embraced his new Australian identity. His Mrs. Tiffany Cromwell is an Australian professional cyclist, and maybe if you know want to settle down in Australia, Valtteri can live out a bit
use
more
my fast
career racing in V8 supercars. That would bring a lot of eyeballs onto that series as well. Maybe Daniel Ricciardo will find himself in there at some point racing against Bottas, just like they did in the junior formulas. Hey, memories. Sitting on the sidelines, embedding yourself into that team with a lot of goodwill about you and helping them steady the ship. I'm not talking about Bottas for Mercedes in 25. I'm talking about Alex Albon for Red Bull in 2020. That's exactly what he did. He kept his presence within the paddock and he kept his stock relatively high amongst the people who mattered, right? Not fans on Twitter, the people who actually mattered. Jos Capito gave him the opportunity. He's been able to recover his F1 stock ever since. Could Valtteri do?
I cannot believe that it won't let me fast repair.
But Valtteri will still be 36 by the time the 2026 season starts. So if he had a year out in 25, came back in 26, he'd be 36 by the time the season starts, which is, you know, it's Lewis is going into his 40s, Fernando's well into his 40s. He could do it if he really wanted to. And also, I think Valtteri would be departing at the end of this year if he doesn't get a seat for next season with more goodwill than Alex had after his 2020, because Valtteri has, you can argue, he's done all that he can do in a really bad car and he's consistently beat his teammate. More can you ask of him? Whereas Alex had just come up in the season and absolutely getting slam dunked by Max Verstappen. I absolutely believe that most people see more ability in Valtteri right now than they did in Alex in 2020. Not to mention the 10 race wins and all the experience that comes with that. I think that makes Valtteri a pretty valuable commodity in the market. Just not right now. Look, maybe this is a nice little stopgap for Valtteri. He's not had a year off since his F1 career started at Williams in 2013. You can sit on the sidelines, see how this season pans out and see how all of these new drivers, all of these young rookies that are getting blooded in almost at the same time, how they perform, right? Because for every Franco Colapinto, right, who has jumped in and done really well, you get a Logan Sargent. You've got Antonelli at Mercedes, Doohan at Alpine, Ollie Behrman at Haas, maybe Hadjar at Racing Bulls if Checo gets dropped and Lawson gets promoted. There's no guarantee all of these drivers will just settle right in and do a really good job. And Valtteri can make himself a really, really good fallback option because a lot of these teams are taking, you know, gambles, which I'm glad they are. And I think they absolutely should be. And having a commodity like Bottas on the sideline, say Alpine, for example, say Doohan just doesn't live up to the hype.
Always end it there then.
Week out by Pierre